What is up, guys? Today I wanted to have a discussion video talking about the three cheapest LG older flagships that you can pick up for this holiday. So I highly recommend that you don't go out this holiday and you really break the bank spending $800,000 on a new phone or whatever. These phones are some of my favorite phones and they're extremely cheap right now. So let's go ahead and get started. This isn't a review or anything. Like I said, it's just a discussion video. I have a ton of videos on these phones already. Just type Matthews Tech, V35, G7, V40, whatever you want to see, and all those videos will pop up. I just want to briefly talk about why these phones are really good for the price that you're going to pay. So I believe the cheapest one right now is the LG G7. Right now on Amazon, it's $127 for the refurbished one. It is the one that I have right here. And all refurbished means is that it was used and Amazon pretty much like cleaned it up, basically. And the V35, actually brand new, the cheapest price is $244 right now on Amazon. So if for whatever reason you don't want to go that refurbished route, you can do that. And then we have the V40, which is actually highly recommend if you want to get this, pick it up in the refurbished marketplace. It's $212 right now. And basically the reason I say that is because the V40 brand new is like $300, and the V50 is actually $300. So as you can see right there, $319, brand new $319. So do not buy the V40, just get the V50 if you want to get it brand new, right? But for $200, this is probably the best deal out of these two. I really like it, unless you want a smaller phone, of course. Okay, let me briefly go over each device real quick. So starting with the G7. So being the cheapest device here, I think the G7 is easily like the best phone right now for the price to spec ratio. You're getting some crazy specs for $127. It's actually pretty crazy how cheap it is right now. So basically 1440p display, glass and metal hardware, still feels really great in the hand, like I said. And yeah, the display on here is beautiful. It's the first thing that's going to pop out to you. You do have a notch, so if that bothers you, you might want to look at like the V35 because that is notchless. But yeah, you get the quad DAC on this phone, a really nice and loud boombox speaker as well. And what a lot of people don't know, for $127 right now, this will pretty much play any game on high, from Call of Duty, Fortnite. Have a full gaming test if you guys want to see that. And this phone actually runs Android 10, so it actually got the Android 10 update this year, and it made the phone just super snappy. So yeah, this is going to be one of the best picks of the year to me as far as price and spec ratio. Now the cameras on here, I think out of these two, I think the G7 stock camera is the weakest out of the bunch. But when you put Gcam on it, it does do a tremendous job. So if you install the Gcam application on here, you will get really great results here. Sometimes I use open camera. Now if you see my comparison, the stock camera is not bad by any means. If you go ahead and watch that, I use the stock camera for that comparison. I did not use Gcam, and it still takes great photos here. I think if I have some, yeah, I still have them here. It takes really great photos here, as you can see. Let me try to, so it's not bad photos by any means. You get good detail. It's just that I just don't think it's better than these two right here, but it takes good photos. The mic quality on here is really good too for video and stuff like that. As you can see, it takes really great photos. So this is still a very good camera phone. As you can see the video right here as well. No, it's not gonna move. Well, as you can see the video here, and like I said, I have a ton of videos. Here's a selfie and stuff like that, so it's not bad by any means at all. So I don't want you to think that I'm saying it's a bad camera. I just don't think it's better than these two. Now the V35, so the V35 does have more RAM than the G7. All these phones have micro SD support. They all have NFC. They all have water resistant as well. And they all have wireless charging too. So they all still have like the best flagship features and stuff like that. But as far as like battery life, I think the G7 is also the weakest here as well, clocking in at like 6 hours and 30 minutes of screen on time, which is not bad. You can get through a day of battery life, no problem. But moving on to the V35. So what I like about the V35 is you don't have a notch. So there are a lot of people out there like me that do not like notches on their main devices. I use the OnePlus 7 Pro still because of that, and the OnePlus 8 Pro, they brought the notch back. I still am not like looking to upgrade to a phone with a punch hole or something like that. But the V35 does not have a notch, which is really nice, and it's got kind of a compact design. A lot of people like this design now. The only thing with the V35's design is that it's very wide, so people with smaller hands, it kind of can feel uncomfortable. If you have bigger hands, it's not an issue. But yeah, it is a little bit wide. But as far as specs, all these phones pretty much run the same. Like I said, the V40 and V35 do have 6 gigs of RAM instead of 4 gigs on the G7. But this phone is blazing fast. Again, it is compatible with Android 10 as well. My Sprint version does not have the update yet, unfortunately, but again, this is a phone that you will be able to game on just fine. And this phone has the OLED display, so basically you get those really deep blacks on here, a very vibrant display on here, beautiful colors. So I really do like the OLED display, a little bit more than the IPS display on the G7. So gaming, like I said, you will be able to game just fine, pretty much on high graphics on pretty much anything, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. I have gaming tests, like I said, on this phone. So I really like this phone for people who don't like the notch, you want an OLED display. And of course, with these phones, you get the quad DAC, you get really great speakers on these phones as well. And I do think the cameras on the V35, the stock camera app, is better than the G7. I think it takes some really awesome photos. Yeah, so let me just come in here. And like I said, if you want to see these more in detail, I have videos, but I just really like the way the V35 does the colors. It's really vibrant. I think the detail is really good still as well. So you just get awesome cameras with the V35 here. Most definitely. Video is pretty solid on here as well. You just get some really nice cameras for this price point. Absolutely love the cameras on here. So they have aged really, really well. And yeah, so that's like the main thing with the V35 is you get that OLED display, and to me you get slightly better cameras and no notch on the display. So the V40 is probably, I think, the favorite from most people that watch the channel. It's basically a big G7 with slightly better cameras. To mean you actually get an extra telephoto lens on this one. As well, you have the biggest display out of these two, the OLED display as well. So everything is going to look bright and vibrant. And if I was going to pick, I do think the V40 has the best cameras out of the bunch. But yeah, so the V40, again, you're getting the same graphics pretty much. The Snapdragon 845 here. And you will be able to game on high settings, like I said, no problem. Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. And yeah, so the V40, like I said, the advantages are, a bigger display, so people that want that. And also you get better cameras on the V40 as well. And that's something that I really like. So let me just come in here to the photos, if I can find it. And the V40, again, I think has the best cameras out of the bunch as far as just detail and color and stuff like that. Just does a really great job with color and detail and stuff. So I just really love it. And also having that telephoto lens as well is really awesome too. So I just love taking pictures on the V40. It's very close to the V50, in terms of quality and stuff like that. Video also is super solid on here as well. So absolutely love it. Yeah, so there's not a huge difference between the V35 and the V40, but like I said, you get that extra telephoto lens and also the bigger OLED display here. So yeah, just a quick little update video to let you guys know. Be sure to check out those videos, and I will catch you guys in the next one.